Hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about Android features I'd like to have on iOS. Now the first one would be estimated time to charging. Now what I mean by that is when you plug your phone in and it just tells you on the screen an hour and a half till it's fully charged. It's just good for like if you forget to plug in your phone overnight and you're just like, oh crap, then you charge my phone, plug it in, you see okay, so fully charged in about an hour. So then that means by the time I leave, it's going to be about half an hour, so it'll be about 50% charged. It just makes life a little bit easier. The second feature that I'd like to see on iOS would be being able to put apps anywhere. Now, I personally wouldn't get anything from this because I have big hands, but for small people, not small people necessarily, but people with small hands that can't reach the top of the phone if they have a big phone, it'd be easier and better for them to be able to put the apps at the bottom of the screen where they can reach them. So it's just like a little handy intuitive thing for people that can't reach the top of the screen. And then people that like to customize their phone, they'll like to be able to just put the app anywhere and probably make a pattern out of them or something. Changing colors and folders. I actually have this on my S10 Plus. I have a few folders that are different colors. You can use the colors to code what's in that folder for different categories. It's just a handy little feature to have that actually could help a lot because you can see the color a lot easier than the apps in the app folder. It'd be easier for you to spot them because you'll know what they're coded for because you made them. Now another one would be Bluetooth sharing. Now I'm a bit iffy, I like on the fence about this one because I'm not sure if Bluetooth is secure or not, and it can be a bit slower for bigger files, I'd say, if it's anything like AirDrop, but it is still handy to be able to do it. So just be able to disable it and that's it, and put it in the settings as something you can turn on, because I've run into a few situations where it would be quite handy to have a Bluetooth sharing option, whether it's transferring files from iPhone to Android or iPhone to a Windows computer. It just can be a lot easier to just go into Bluetooth settings, select device, hit share it. It's come in handy so many times with Android phones that have had to share files with Windows computers or even Macs because they have Bluetooth. Next is split view multitasking, which I have run into one or two situations where this would have been handy, but I don't see it as a must-have because again, the size of phones are quite small. And I don't think that they're really suited for that kind of multitasking. But again, just have the option there to have it on for people that want to use it. There is this one feature on the Galaxy that is more of a gimmick than anything, but I just really like it. I think it's cool. When you flip around to the front camera, a light goes around the camera, like a ring light kind of thing. Just a little animation going around the camera. It just looks cool. This is a little detail that I like. It's not really functional, I guess, unless you know you flipped it to the front camera, but it's not like really functional or necessary. It's just a little cool gimmicky detail feature that I like. The close all button for multitasking. Now that is one that iOS users have been asking to get for years, and I think we are finally going to get it in iOS 17. If I remember correctly, it's been rumored to come in iOS 17, so hopefully we're getting it this year. But yes, that button would be very helpful. If you have an iPhone, you'll know. There's when you enter multitasking, it's the cards, and then underneath the cards, just a big blank wasted space. So they could just put a small close all button, which would just close them all. There's no need to use that space just to tap it to go out of multitasking because the iPhone, like most phones nowadays, have gestures, so you just swipe up to get out of it. That's just wasted space down there. It could just have a functional button that just closes all the apps. I've really gotten to the point now with my phone that I haven't even bothered to close apps anymore because I just have so many open, and I'm not going to sit there for 10 minutes swiping up to get rid of the apps. Access to the file system. Now when I say that, I don't mean the Files app. I mean I don't mean Apple's Files app. I mean a proper Files app that's more like Android's, where it actually lets you get into the folders and the system, like files of the system itself and apps. Here, I'll give you an example where that'd be helpful. Back in college, I think this was 2 or 3 years ago, we were doing a shoot on our phones And we had to do this for like a class assignment in media. I forget what it was. We had to shoot this thing on our phones with video, and we're using KineMaster to edit it. And 2 people in the class had issue with importing the videos. One was a Huawei user, the other was an iPhone user. They both asked me to help them with fixing it. And with the Huawei user, all I had to do was go into the Files app on the Huawei phone, go and find the photos in the DSIM folder, select them, hit move, or move to another folder, whatever it is they call it. Go out to there, look for the KineMaster folder, look for the library folder. I can't remember specifically what KineMaster calls the folder, but I'm just going to call it library folder for simple sakes. Look for the library folder and hit move here, move them to the library folder. She opened the app, boom, they're all there, and she was able to do the video. The other friend, she had an iPhone, and I still was able to fix the issue. I forget how, but it was some roundabout, annoying ass way, because Apple doesn't let you get access to those files. They don't let you go into the KineMaster folder in the Files app and go into Library and put stuff in there to let you import stuff that way. That would just make life so much easier, and not just for like video, but for like any media, even if it's just something simple as ringtones. Being able to download something from Safari and just put it into the ringtones folder and just have it pop up in settings, like as easy as that. Or with music, if you like to download music, whether if it's you're getting it for YouTube Music, or whether you're buying it from iTunes and you're not like streaming it or anything, you're just doing it the old way, it's so much easier to manage your music if you can just access those like folders and files. And the people that don't want to use it, well, they can just not use it. That's all the features right now that's on Android that I want on iOS. If there is any features on Android that you like in particular that you would like on iOS or that I left out, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow my Twitter, Instagram. Links for them will be down below as well. So that is all for the video. Thank you for watching. Ciao tutti. Goodbye everyone.